Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to talk about Mullen trading under the ticker symbol MULN. So the equity market can be a bit of a roller coaster, full of ups and downs that can really surprise us, and today Mullen is no exception because it did just that. The stock is grabbing attention because of some unexpected changes and events that occurred in the market. So in today's video, we're going to take a closer look to what happened and what it might mean for the company's future. Mullen stock had a big jump recently, going up by a huge 70% in just one day. That's a lot, and it got a lot of people talking, including the people who have previously given up on this company. And frankly, I don't really blame them. My current position has decreased by something like 99.8% of its initial value. But then again, it's a small position in my portfolio, so this is why I decided to keep it. So the CEO of Mullen, David Mitchery, has stepped up to talk to people who own Mullen shares. Now, he knows that a lot of people are concerned about the current stock situation, whether the stock can, stay on the Nasdaq, whether the company has enough money to complete its goals, and so on. So in an open letter that he wrote, he said that he's taking the whole situation very seriously, and he wants to find out if there's anything strange that is happening with the stock trading. Now, he has said previously that he is working with Share Intel and other groups to figure this situation out, and he is suggesting, or at least hinting, that a company might do something to fix what's going on, which is something to keep an eye on. And I think that this is like the key event that can explain the reason why Mullen has jumped up so much in today's trading session. But there's also something else going on that makes people wonder. It's the idea that maybe there are things that are not so great that are happening behind the scene. And people are trading the stock are wondering whether this is also because the company is not having a very good track record on transparency and meeting their own targets. They also think that there might be some legal problems as a result of this. So this is a bit of an unexpected twist that is making people worried and uncertain about what's going on. Also, some people are happy about the 70% jump that happened on Wednesday, but then again, this is after the stock lost more than 99% of its value. So I don't know how many people are selling just because of this. I think that most people are hoping that this is going to be the beginning of something new. Also, a lot of people are they believe that the stock will continue to go down, which is called, overall short interest. About 1.2 million additional shorts are been added. And this makes things even murkier because it's getting more expensive for those short sellers to borrow those stocks, which could lead to a potential short squeeze, where people who bet against the stock are forced to buy it at a higher price, making the stock price go up even more. So, without this happening, people who invest in stocks are feeling a bit of hope and worry. The quick jump in the stock price, the CEO trying to solve the trading mystery, the chance of legal troubles affecting, the operations of the company or the future fortune of the company have grabbed the attention of many. And we can't say for sure what's going to happen next. However, I personally believe that a lot of volatilities are to be expected in the very near future. And we should hope, at least we have the right to hope, that Mullen is going to be in a better situation than where it has been over the past few weeks. But of course, we have to remember that Mullen is a company that is a speculative position at best. And, sometimes not many people, I'm not surprised if many people don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole or a 1,000,000-foot pole. because they feel like maybe the company is not completely open, straightforward with what's going on behind the scenes. But then again, I want to point out this. A lot of people are saying that, or have been saying, that Mullen is an empty shell. It's only here to hustle money. The CEO has a history of being a hustler in the EV sector. All of these might be true. And to those of you wondering, like what I'm referring to, I'm talking about like the, how can I put this? The article or the Twitter post that Hindenburg Research has put on a few months ago. They didn't really put on a full article. They were just saying that ultimately they don't really believe that Mullen is a legit company. They believe that the top few shareholders are hustling money from like the other shareholders in between themselves. They're attributing privileges and rights between them, and that's like what the gist is. Now, it certainly felt a little bit like this regarding, stock dividends and also the stock reverse splits and how the vote has been going on. It certainly felt like the transparency hasn't been on a top notch because we're still not sure where the extra cash comes from. Or because somehow this company that had very like a real chance of going bankrupt in 2023, just a few months ago, now has enough money to continue for like another 12 months or so, right? This is what basically the open letter is suggesting. So I'm really not sure why this is the case. Like, where did they get the money from? Is it like an additional debt? Is it? But the CEO is not disclosing this information. And I think that it's also playing in the narrative that something's dodgy with Mullen overall. But regardless, I feel like it needs to be repeated from time to time or reminded from time to time that we're not really here to rely on Mullen's own announcements and fundamentals. Either way, they don't really carry much weight. It's more a question of sentiment and momentum. Right now, Mullen is still in a massive sell-off phase. It's not because it jumped from like 40 cents to 80 cents that things are going to be magically solving themselves. Of course not. We need to see the stock staying above $1 to begin with, and then maybe to like $5 or $10 afterwards. Why do I say this? Because we're now after like 2 or 3 waves of reverse stock splits. Who knows how many waves of reverse stock splits we're going to still have ahead of us, right? So hopefully we're not going to see any of them anymore, or at least not anytime soon. In the meantime, I believe that it would be beneficial for all of us to wait and see where Mullen is going to take us to. Personally, I'm not going to keep dumping money into this position, even if I think that it's one of the more volatile positions in the market. And I think that for people who have a significant position in Mullen, hopefully this can be a lesson for the future trades, in the sense that no matter how enticing a history or a narrative can be, it's never recommended to go very heavy in small caps. Yes, they're volatile, but sometimes they're volatile in the wrong direction. And in the case of Mullen, it was wrong in the very wrong direction. Some other stocks that I can remember would include like Genius Brands. Hopefully one day I'm gonna do like a follow-up on it. But basically that it's like the same story, you know? Some people got in at $11. I don't know how much the stock is. It might be like below 1. Actually, you know what? Let me just do a quick search. So GNUS stock. Okay, so as it happened, I'm looking at what used to be Genius Brand. Nowadays it's called Cartoon Studios Inc., trading under the ticker symbol TOON. Well, I mean, simply put, it used to be like it had a peak of around like $60. This is like after reverse stock splits, most likely. And ever since that period of time, it went down by 97%. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the kind of thing that we need to be careful about. And this is also why I would recommend to be very vigilant. The next time somebody says, well, you must jump in, it's going to make you a millionaire, it's not even going to make them a millionaire, right? But it's going to make a video with interesting number of views. So, and by the way, sometimes when you see my video titles titled like, oh, is something going to $1,000 or something going to $50 or $5,000, this is just for the YouTube SEO. Okay, you still need to listen to the content itself in order to have like hopefully a more nuanced opinion about stocks. And I mean, regarding the SEO, it's just the way it is. We often have to make like titles more clickbaity or enticing. Otherwise, nobody's going to watch them to begin with. Anyway, that's a tangent that I'm not sure I want to go down. Anyway, so my point being, be careful around Mullen. Keep it on your short list. It's not a stock that I think we're going to stop hearing about anytime soon. And this is why, we need to keep talking about it. And I will make a continuous follow-up about Mullen as well.